Hey, it's Boiler Williams. I want to tell you something. Never, ever, ever pay a debt collector. There's no need for it. You don't owe them any money, and it's all downhill once you start paying them. So let's talk about that right now. Hey, let's talk about debt collectors. I should number them, but I probably have like 100 reasons why you shouldn't pay debt collectors. I'm going to give you the number one reason. And, I go into the number one reason for this, the number one reason for that, and it's usually not in order, but this really is the most important issue with debt collection, okay? So when you listen to this, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So let's get started with that. The number one issue is you don't owe them money. If you don't owe any money to somebody, why are you paying them? So let's talk about an example. I'll teach you with an example. So say you have a credit card, you applied online for a Chase credit card, my friends at Chase. So you applied for that credit card. You got it. They sent you a card and a $13,000 credit limit, right? So you charge it up, you go to Brazil or someplace, you have a good time, I guess. Whatever you did, who knows? So you charge it up, and your balance was, just say $13,000 just to keep it simple. And then something happened. You had a health issue, you lost your job, something happened where you just weren't able to pay them. Sorry, right? So that happens in life. Not everybody has a perfect life. So those people out there that say, you should pay all your bills, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, keep living your perfect life. And when your life isn't perfect anymore, then come and watch my videos. But anyhow, so you have this Chase Bank account, you quit paying on it. So what they do is they write it off, right? After 30 or 60 days, it'll get transferred to a collection agency usually. So this collection agency, since we're sticking with my friends, let's say Midland Funding, gets it from Chase Bank. They paid 7 cents on the dollar usually for that debt. So that's how much you're worth to them, 7 cents of what you were worth to Chase. Anyhow, they buy it at a ridiculous discount. All right. So Midland sends you a letter called a dunning letter, a collection bill, if you will. So they send you a collection letter, and it says you owe us $1,300 because of your Chase account, blah, 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 right? You probably have one of those, or you wouldn't be watching this video right now. I used to get them too. I don't get them anymore. I kind of miss it. So you get this letter from Midland, and do you owe Midland any money? Now, there's going to be attorneys out there that'll tell you you do. There's going to be judges out there that are going to tell you you do. It's because they've been programmed to think of this is how it always works. This is how it always works. This is how it always works. They never question any of the givens. So if you look at your contract that you signed with Chase, does it say they can transfer the debt? I've read a lot of them, and I've never read one that said they could transfer it. So if they can't transfer it per the contract, we're talking about contract law here. So how does Midland have the right to collect on it? How? So I always ask Midland for proof that they can collect on that account, something with my signature on it to them, not to Chase. Chase is not a party to anything between me and Midland, right? Unless I admit the debt or I agree to pay it. And that's what most people do. So never admit a debt, even if you're going to pay it. Don't pay it though. Don't pay it. So anyhow, you don't have a contract with Midland. If you challenge that with Midland, of course they're going to say, well, our attorneys, blah, blah, blah. If it's a smaller company, it's not Midland. Midland's huge, right? But if it's a mom and pop shop, they'll say, oh, we've done this. We've had people use the same argument that you use and blah, blah, blah. They just end up paying more money, blah, blah. Don't believe them. They're telling you the way that it works in their perfect world. So in the real world, you have no contractual obligation to pay Midland Funding. So don't do it. So challenge that. So if you're interested in challenging that and want to know how, you can take my class. I have a sign up below. So you can take my class, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. there is a trick to it, and I've done this, I don't know how many times, but I've taken it to federal court 10 times. And you know what? I haven't lost yet in federal court. I'm not going to. Well, I'm not going to because they won't send me collection letters anymore. Nobody will jack with me. So when you fight a debt collector in federal court, they put you in a database in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and that database, they scrub their databases against. So if Boiler Williams ends up on Midland's naughty list and they're going to send me a letter, they'll check it against the database that I was talking about with litigants on it, and they'll scrub that out of their database, and I'll never get a letter. So anyhow, I believe that's what's happening. I haven't gotten a debt collection letter in years. So I used to be excited when I'd get them. I would be excited because I knew I was going to sue them. I was going to sue them because they're collecting for a debt that they don't own. They're collecting on an agreement that we don't have. So that's where I'm taking you with this, is that you don't have an agreement with the debt collection agency. Any lawyer that tells you that you do, ask them where that's documented. Where is that memorialized? It isn't. That's the bottom line. They just tell you that so that you get in line. So don't get in line. Don't pay debt collectors. Join my Facebook group and ask any questions that you have there. Also, take my training. The link is below for cleaning up your credit. So I think it's pretty reasonable. The Facebook group is free. So hopefully we can get together and I can help you out.